Love's Embrace by Robin Collins. To be awake means you no longer follow or believe the stories of the mind, and therefore instead now see your true nature of self through its new transcendent state of reality. A part of you seems to step back from the place that you once believed you were and looks upon the old way of being with new expanded states of being. You no longer believe you are just your body and mind, but realize you are now the empty, silent awareness that's just watching. This awareness now watches where it was once fixated upon all the problems of the body and the mind, but it knows it has no problems because it no longer is the body or the mind. It is just the alert space. Problems cannot touch awareness because it is empty consciousness, not form. Check this out for yourself. Think of a problem that you maybe experience or have recently experienced. See the problems or situation in your mind's eye and the story and people involved. Now, relax all thinking. Give away all the thoughts. Let them fall away. Give away the story. Just drop all those thoughts and be present. Notice that in this moment you are still aware. Notice how everything you have ever experienced and everything that you can replay in your mind does not touch the awareness that is aware. The awareness has never been touched. What is it that is aware of the thoughts in the mind? There is still an existence that is void of the mind's problems. The mind has a problem, but awareness, that is the space, love's embrace, in which the problem arises, doesn't have a problem. And this is the same for the emotions and pain that arise within the body also. Thoughts are embraced by love. Feelings are embraced by love. Pain is embraced by love, because love is the purest expression of consciousness, birthed from the infinite source and ground of being. True freedom occurs when we no longer identify with the body-mind, but only with love's embrace, the aware, witnessing observer. In other words, if we identify with the mind and its problems all the time, we can become consumed by the problems. When we identify with the awareness, which is nothing, we have no problems. If we are able to set aside all identifications and labels born of the body and mind, we can also be free from all the pain and suffering that comes with those labels. When we drop our name, our gender, our nationality, and the personalities that comes with the roles, such as father, mother, wife, husband, child, sibling, employer, etc., we are left with the soul's true nature of conscious awareness. Although living your life from a new state of awakened being changes your entire existence and the way you perceive yourself as an evolved co-creative expression of source consciousness, you do not stop living your wonderful roles and responsibilities as a human conscious being. While this might seem to be experienced initially as detachment, for some may feel cold and heartless, this is far from the truth. The true awakening of love's embrace entails not just open conscious awareness of the mind, but it then embodies unconditioned conscious presence into fully felt being. And it's expressed as heartfelt love of self and others, care, compassion, and clear conscious creativity for the evolution for mankind. It is a known concept that what we focus on grows. Therefore, if we keep on focusing on our thoughts, our problems and our stories and our identifications with the body and mind, we will only continue to get further stuck in the belief that this is all we believe we are, a human being having a human experience instead of a spiritual being having a human experience. If we turn our focus back inwards to our awareness, we will continue to expand our experience on our true nature rather than on the false made-up ideas of self born of the fears of human survival. When we stay focused just on the mind, our senses of attention become limited and intensified, like having blinders on each sides of our eyes. When we open our attention and take the blinders off, our focus is expansive and wide open, no longer limited or contracted. In my first book, Return to Soul, I shared a beautiful message I received from the Spirit of Love, showing me how incredibly powerful it is to bring our attention to the seat of the soul, the heart space, and how we can radiate that divine, radiant, conscious love out to the entire existence of life to radically shift the energy on earth. I share this message again here as a deeply tender and extremely powerful jewel of practice for those awakening. So moving our attention back to the heart space. When we fixate our attention on things from the position and attention of the mind, we experience limited focus. Yet if we see things from our heart, our soul space, or wide open awareness, we see more and embrace from that love. When we bring our attention to our heart space and breathe in deeply into that space, it becomes like a warehouse of love, and the breath acts like a big forklift that picks up a big tipper of love, then carries and spreads it out into the rest of the parts of our bodies, or spreads it out from the heart to the rest of the world. The deeper we breathe, the bigger the tipper of love we pick up, and the bigger love we spread into our being and extend into the world. Not only do we heal our bodies and humanity from the heart of the soul of love, but we also manifest our soul's highest desire through dropping this tip load of surrender into the heart space. By picking up a tipper of loving surrender and dropping it into the heart space, we can manifest even more freedom, more liberation, and more of life's joyous abundance. We are able to use our soul's true nature to our highest potential in everything of life, giving, healing, sharing, and manifesting. The deep plunge of surrender falls not only into the heart of the soul, but even further past the heart into the unfathomable pit of the belly, where it manifests into full, living beingness. Close your eyes now and take a deep breath of love into your body, feeling it breathe deeply into the belly, and then feeling it deep in the center of your heart. And as you exhale, feel that love being poured deeper into the cells of your being, bringing love back into the areas of your heart and body that have been lost or depleted for over all these years. Feel that love dropping down into the very core wounds of the inner child who may have been separated from this source of love through sudden jolts and survival mechanisms from past traumas or loss. feeling the breath as a shipment of love being dropped deeply within, returning self-love to those fragmented and disassociated parts of the body. The breath is a symbol that represents the words of love. It's like saying to yourself silently on your breath, I love you, to the separated self needing to feel its return sense of safety and belonging. Continue to feel this beautiful exercise of love's embrace until you feel whole and complete again. Returning to the practice at any time you feel an inner sense of unloving thoughts or emotions based on our separation from the source of consciousness, of the true nature of love. Breathing in, dropping the shipment of love into your entire system, into your entire nervous system, into your cells, your bones, your entire body, dropping in a shipment of love, saying silently to yourself, I love you. I love you. I love you. And now gently raise both hands to your heart, stating again on the out-breath, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I surrender to the will of my soul. I surrender to the will of my soul. I hand over all of my problems to you and trust that all will be done. I hand over all my problems to you and trust that all will be done.